Kuala Lumpur. It's a name that sings with vibrant, modern energy. Down on its bustling streets, life moves at a relentless pace. This is a city where cultures from across Asia meet and merge. Here, towering skyscrapers reach for the clouds, reflecting the dreams of a nation always looking forward. Yet, it's also a city that hasn't forgotten its past. Old colonial buildings stand proudly, telling stories of a bygone era. What if we could escape the clamor of the streets below? From a higher vantage point, the city transforms. It's a city of stark and beautiful contrasts, a place of constant motion and quiet history. The city reveals itself as a single living organism. It's a place where the future and the past intertwine, creating a unique and captivating identity, a place of endless discovery. We invite you now to join us on a special journey. This isn't a tour of crowded markets or busy tourist spots. It's an escape, a moment of peace high above the city's lively rhythm. We'll leave the ground behind and ascend into the tranquil expanse of the sky. Here, in the quiet solitude of the upper air, Kuala Lumpur reveals a different side of its personality. The city's powerful energy gives way to a profound sense of calm, a stillness that, honestly, can only be found when you look down upon the world from a great height. This aerial voyage is an opportunity for reflection and relaxation. As we drift gently on the air currents, the world below will seem to slow down. The frantic rush of cars becomes a silent, flowing river of light. The towering structures that dominate the skyline from the ground appear as intricate models in a vast, sprawling diorama. It's a chance to breathe deeply, to let go of the stresses of daily life and just watch. To observe the city not as a place of endless tasks and destinations, but as a work of art. Our journey will be a visual meditation. We'll glide over the city's famous landmarks and its hidden corners, all from a serene and detached perspective. The familiar shapes of the Petronas Towers and the KL Tower will take on a new majesty when seen from above, their full scale and grandeur laid bare against the backdrop of the sky. We'll soar over rooftops and highways, parks and rivers, witnessing the grand design of this incredible human settlement. It's an invitation to see the familiar in a completely new light. There is no destination on this journey, no final stop to reach. The purpose is the journey itself. It's about finding beauty in the shapes and patterns of the urban landscape. It's about feeling a sense of connection to this vast city, while also feeling wonderfully separate from it. So, let's begin our ascent. Let's rise above the everyday and allow the soothing skies of Kuala Lumpur to embrace us. Prepare to lose yourself in the quiet beauty that awaits in the heavens above this remarkable city. Our ascent is slow and gentle. The familiar sounds of the city begin to fade, replaced by the soft whisper of the wind. Below us, the world transforms. Individual cars, people, and buildings start to merge into a larger mosaic. The intricate details of street-level life give way to broad strokes of color and form. Green treetops become patches of soft texture, and the grey ribbons of roads weave through the urban fabric. It's as if we're pulling back the curtain on a magnificent, sprawling stage, ready for the performance to begin. We climb higher, and the city continues to unfold. The sheer scale of Kuala Lumpur becomes apparent. It stretches out in all directions, a testament to decades of growth and ambition. From this height, we can appreciate the city's layout, the deliberate planning and the organic growth that have shaped it over time. The geometry of the city center, with its orderly grid of streets, slowly gives way to the more winding, unpredictable paths of older neighborhoods. It's a living map, and we are its privileged observers. The light changes as we climb. The sun casts long shadows, accentuating the height of the skyscrapers and giving depth to the landscape below. The colors seem to become richer, more vibrant. The deep green of the parks, the terracotta red of tiled roofs, and the shimmering silver of modern towers all stand out in sharp relief. This is Kuala Lumpur, as few ever get to see it, a tranquil and breathtaking panorama that stills the mind and captivates the soul. We are floating in a sea of calm, suspended between the earth and the sky. Here, in the peaceful embrace of the sky, we are ready to begin our exploration. We'll drift effortlessly, guided by the gentle currents of the air. Our journey will take us across the heart of this metropolis and out to its very edges. We will witness the harmony of concrete and nature, of ancient traditions and futuristic visions. Let go of all distractions. Allow your mind to clear. Let the visual symphony of Kuala Lumpur, as seen from the heavens, wash over you. The journey has now truly begun. Our journey brings us to Kuala Lumpur's iconic Petronas Towers. Rising like twin sentinels, they pierce the sky. From above, their full majesty is revealed. Monuments to ambition, they declare Malaysia's arrival on the world stage. Their gleaming facades reflect the clouds. Inspired by Islamic art, their design speaks of harmony. The sky bridge symbolizes connection. They stand at Kuala Lumpur's core, instantly recognizable. We feel the energy radiating from these silver giants. Silent observers, they watch over the metropolis, their metallic skins shimmering. Our flight offers a 360-degree view. They are the proud heart of Kuala Lumpur. From the Twin Towers, we see the Kuala Lumpur City Centre, or KLCC. It is the modern beating heart of the metropolis, a meticulously planned urban space of commerce, culture and leisure. Cars move along these arteries like blood cells. We can see the vast KLCC park at the foot of the towers. This splash of green is the city's lung, a place of respite. The harmony between the towering structures and this tranquil green space is striking. Our aerial view reveals the sheer density of this central district. This is the epicenter of Malaysian commerce. We glide onwards and the patterns become clearer. A secret landscape that only reveals itself to those who take to the sky. A true engine room of a nation, yet from up here it possesses a quiet, orderly beauty. Drifting over the city center, we see a tapestry woven from glass, steel and concrete. It's a visual history of architectural trends clustered together. The Menara Kuala Lumpur, or KL Tower, stands prominently. It stands in conversation with the Petronas Towers, expressions of Kuala Lumpur's vertical aspirations. Looking down into the urban canyons, streets appear as thin, dark lines. This is the raw geometry of the modern city. Skybridges and walkways create a network elevated above the traffic. The scale of human endeavor is humbling. From the quiet sky, we appreciate the effort in crafting this urban masterpiece. Our flight path now widens to encompass the Golden Triangle, the commercial, shopping, and entertainment hub of Kuala Lumpur. Defined by major roads, its triangular shape gives the district its name. If KLCC is the city's corporate heart, the Golden Triangle is its vibrant soul. We drift over Bukit Bintang, the epicenter, lined with colossal shopping malls and international brands. From our serene viewpoint, the district appears as a complex machine built for commerce and pleasure. The area is a dense tapestry of old and new, a true golden heart in a city of silver towers. Our journey takes us away from the city center. We are drifting outwards, exploring the neighborhoods that surround the modern heart of Kuala Lumpur. The towering skyscrapers become less frequent, giving way to buildings of a more human scale. The rigid grid softens into a more organic pattern of streets. This is where the majority of the city's residents live and work. We float over areas like Chow Kit and Kampung Baru. We can see the sprawling Chow Kit market, a place of intense activity. We see community football pitches, schools and temples tucked between residential blocks. This is the fabric of daily life, a more intimate and personal side of Kuala Lumpur. The city reveals itself as a collection of distinct villages, creating a rich and complex whole. We now fly towards the historical heart of Kuala Lumpur, near the confluence of the Gombak and Klang rivers, where the city was born. We glide over Merdeka Square, where the Malayan flag was first raised in 1957. The Sultan Abdul Samad building, with its iconic clock tower and Moorish architecture, stands in contrast to the modern skyline. We also see the old Kuala Lumpur railway station, a fairy tale-like palace of minarets and arches. These buildings are an integral part of the modern city, a vital link to the past. This is where Kuala Lumpur's story began. We now shift our focus to the residential areas that sprawl outwards from the center. From the sky, these neighborhoods look like a vast and intricate quilt. The rooftops create a mesmerizing pattern of color and texture. We see the bright terracotta tiles of traditional shophouses, the dark gray shingles of terraced homes, and the flat, functional roofs of modern apartment blocks. Each patch of this quilt represents a different community, a different style of living, all stitched together to form the city's immense residential tapestry. It is a beautiful and complex sight. Our aerial view allows us to see the layout of these communities. We can trace the neat parallel lines of planned housing estates, their streets and cul-de-sacs creating a repeating, geometric pattern. In other areas, the layout is more chaotic, more organic, with houses clustered together along winding lanes that follow the natural contours of the land. We see the small gardens and backyards, splashes of green tucked between the houses. These are the private spaces, the hidden sanctuaries where family life unfolds, away from the public gaze of the streets. The variety is endless. We float over older, more established suburbs where large, mature trees cast deep shadows over the houses, their leafy canopies forming a green ceiling above the streets. Then we pass over newer developments on the city's fringe, where the houses are more uniform and the landscaping is still in its infancy. We see the communal swimming pools of condominium complexes, glittering like small blue jewels amidst the buildings. Each neighborhood has its own distinct visual signature when viewed from this peaceful, detached perspective. This is the city as a living entity. This is where millions of stories are happening at once, beneath these countless rooftops. From our silent perch in the sky, we cannot hear the sounds of life, the laughter of children or the conversations of neighbors, but we can see the structure that contains it all. We see the sheer scale of the community that calls Kuala Lumpur home. It is a humbling panorama, a quiet and powerful reminder of the human element that is the true heart of any great city, a vast and sprawling home to millions. One of the most captivating aspects of Kuala Lumpur, when seen from above, is the constant interplay between the old and the new. It's a city that doesn't erase its past to make way for the future. Instead, it weaves them together, creating a unique and dynamic urban landscape. From our vantage point, we can see this blend with perfect clarity. A row of beautifully preserved two-story heritage shophouses might stand directly in the shadow of a towering, ultra-modern glass skyscraper. The contrast is stark, yet beautiful. We drift over an area where this contrast is particularly vivid. Below us, a centuries-old temple, with its intricately carved, multi-tiered roof, sits peacefully on its own grounds. Just across the street, a sleek, new office tower reflects the sky in its mirrored facade. From the ground, one might have to crane their neck to see the top of the tower, but from here, we see them as neighbors, coexisting in the same urban space. The ancient serenity of the temple and the bustling energy of the modern office block create a powerful visual dialogue about the city's identity. This blending of architecture is not accidental. It is a reflection of Kuala Lumpur's culture. The city values its heritage while simultaneously embracing progress with open arms. We can see this in the way new infrastructure projects navigate around historical sites. A new elevated monorail line might curve gracefully around a historic mosque, its modern concrete pillars standing respectfully beside ancient prayer halls. It's a delicate balancing act, a dance between preservation and development that plays out across the entire city. This fusion of eras gives Kuala Lumpur its unique character. It's a city that feels both ancient and futuristic at the same time. As we glide through the sky, we are witnesses to this ongoing conversation between yesterday and tomorrow. The quiet dignity of the old buildings provides a grounding force, a sense of roots and history, while the bold ambition of the new structures speaks of a city with its eyes firmly on the future. It's this very combination, this rich and layered history visible in a single glance, that makes the skyline of Kuala Lumpur so utterly compelling. Our journey shifts to the green spaces woven throughout Kuala Lumpur. These vital parks and gardens offer a breath of fresh air amidst the urban density. Our first destination is the Perdana Botanical Garden, one of the oldest and most cherished green spaces in the city. Sprawling over a vast area, it's a verdant paradise in the heart of Kuala Lumpur. From above, we see incredible diversity, from dense tropical trees to a shimmering lake. The park is a carefully curated ecosystem with themed gardens. We float over enormous, ancient trees, their vast branches providing shade. From the sky, we appreciate the garden's role as a buffer against the city. The stark line between the green park and grey city is a powerful contrast. The Perdana Botanical Garden is a vital organ in the body of the metropolis. Kuala Lumpur's story begins at the meeting of the Gombak and Klang rivers, its original lifelines. Once neglected, these rivers are now being revived through the River of Life project, transforming concrete banks into vibrant promenades. From above, we see the historic confluence behind the Sultan Abdul Samad building, with the Yamek Mosque standing gracefully at the apex. The rivers, once muddy and overlooked, are now a symbol of renewal and connection in the city's heart. As we follow the Klang River, the contrast between revitalized and untouched stretches reveals the city's ongoing transformation. These waterways remain a living reminder of Kuala Lumpur's origins and its evolving relationship with nature. North of the city center, the Titiwangsa Lake Gardens offer a green sanctuary. Interconnected lakes reflect the skyline, with the Petronas Towers and KL Tower rising beyond the foliage. The park's open lawns and tree clusters create a sense of space and freedom, a stark contrast to the city's dense core. Joggers, cyclists, and families animate the scene, their movements tiny from above. This is the city's communal backyard, a place for recreation, relaxation, and iconic views. Titiwangsa's design invites both activity and contemplation, framing Kuala Lumpur's unique blend of nature and modernity. Here, the city breathes and finds balance. Kuala Lumpur weaves nature into its urban fabric, not as an afterthought but as a core principle. From the sky, green corridors, parks, and tree-lined avenues connect neighborhoods, softening the city's edges. Even high-rises boast rooftop gardens and lush landscaping, making greenery accessible everywhere. This commitment to urban nature transforms the cityscape into a vibrant mosaic, blending foliage with concrete. Highways and railways are flanked by tropical planting, turning infrastructure into green arteries. The result is a city that feels alive, harmonious, and deeply connected to the natural world. Leaving the city's core, we watch as dense buildings give way to open land and farms. Highways stretch outward, linking Kuala Lumpur to the wider peninsula, their flow a visible pulse from above. New suburbs emerge alongside traditional kampungs, marking the city's ongoing expansion. The landscape is a dynamic frontier, modernity encroaching on rural life yet still shaped by nature. The air clears, distant hills sharpen, and the city's boundaries blur into the countryside. This outward drift reveals Kuala Lumpur as an island of humanity within a vast natural world. Our journey to the edge is a reminder of the city's place in the greater landscape. Northward, Batu Caves rises. A dramatic limestone outcrop, ancient and imposing. Its cliffs, draped in green, house sacred Hindu shrines, the most prominent marked by the golden statue of Lord Murugan. From above, the statue gleams against the grey rock, dwarfed by the sheer scale of the hill. The site is a powerful convergence of natural wonder and spiritual devotion, drawing pilgrims and visitors alike. Temples cluster at the base, their colors vivid against the landscape. Batu Caves is where nature's raw power meets human faith, creating a sacred landmark on the city's edge. Even from the sky, its energy is unmistakable. A vibrant staircase climbs the cliff face, leading to the main temple cave of Batu Caves. Painted in rainbow hues, the steps form a striking path, both a physical and spiritual journey. Pilgrims and tourists ascend, their progress a moving ribbon of color against the rock. The cave entrance looms above, a dark archway into a hidden world of worship. Monkeys dart along the railings, sharing this sacred space with visitors. The scene, ancient stone, golden statue, rainbow steps, and wildlife, captures the unique blend of life, faith, and nature at Batu Caves. Leaving the magnificent site of Batu Caves behind, we continue our journey to the absolute fringe of Kuala Lumpur's influence. The landscape now is predominantly green. The dense urban grid has completely dissolved, replaced by a rolling expanse of hills covered in thick tropical rainforest. This is the Titiwangsa mountain range, the great green backbone of peninsular Malaysia. We are looking at the natural barrier that contains the city's growth to the north and east. The contrast with the city center we explored earlier could not be more extreme. Below us, the signs of human settlement become sparse. We see isolated houses and small villages nestled in the valleys between the hills. Winding country roads, Thin grey lines in a sea of green connect these small communities. We can see patches of cultivated land, fruit orchards and small farms, but mostly the view is one of untamed nature. The forest canopy is a thick, unbroken carpet of 1,000 different shades of green. It is a reminder of what this entire area looked like before the city was ever conceived. This is where Kuala Lumpur truly ends. From our serene vantage point in the sky, we can see the final tendrils of suburbia giving way to the vast, powerful presence of the jungle. The boundary is not a sharp line, but a gradual fading, a slow surrender of the built environment to the overwhelming power of the natural world. It is a peaceful and humbling sight. It puts the entire city into perspective, showing it as a remarkable but finite creation, surrounded and contained by a much older and more enduring landscape. As we float here on the edge of everything, a sense of profound calm descends. The noise and energy of the metropolis feel a world away. Here, there is only the quiet grandeur of the ancient hills and the endless sky. Our journey from the city's silver heart to its green edge is complete. We have witnessed its ambition, its history, its life, and now its limits. This final view of the city resting gently against the wilderness is perhaps the most soothing of all, a perfect picture of balance between humanity's creations and the timeless power of nature. Our peaceful journey through the skies is now drawing to a close as we begin our slow and gentle descent. Spiraling downwards, the grand panorama resolves into intricate details. The city transforms into a living, breathing environment. The world reclaims its scale, preparing to welcome us back as the sounds of the city slowly begin to return. The abstract patterns of traffic become individual vehicles once again. The silence is replaced by the subtle energy of the metropolis. It is a gentle reawakening from detached observation to immersion in the city's pulse. This final stage of our flight is a moment of reflection, bringing the peacefulness of the sky down with us. Ready to see the city from the ground with fresh eyes and a renewed sense of wonder. Reflecting on our aerial voyage, Kuala Lumpur, a city known for its vibrant energy, revealed a different character from above. High in the sky, we discovered a place of quiet beauty and remarkable grace. The chaos of the streets dissolved into a mesmerizing, silent ballet of light and shadow. We saw the gleaming silver giants of the Petronas Towers as elegant sculptures reaching for the clouds. We witnessed the old colonial buildings standing with quiet dignity amidst the rush of the modern world. The gentle embrace of nature was a constant and soothing presence throughout our journey. From the bustling heart of the Golden Triangle to the sacred stillness of Batu Caves, Kuala Lumpur unveiled itself as a city of many layers. Our journey from the sky allowed us to appreciate the sheer scale and complexity of this incredible place. As our journey concludes, the images of Kuala Lumpur from the sky leave a lasting impression. It changes how one perceives the city. This aerial meditation has offered a moment of escape and a profound sense of peace. This journey provided an opportunity to rise above the everyday and gain a sense of perspective. The memory of Kuala Lumpur's soothing skies will endure. It is a visual symphony that calms the mind and inspires the soul. To truly understand a place, sometimes you must rise high above to see it in its entirety. We hope this journey has brought you a new appreciation for this remarkable city, a true jewel of Southeast Asia.